This is a marshmallow. It's fluffy. It's okay on its own, I guess, but mainly I like to add it to other things like hot chocolate or s'mores. This strange milk bar cookie I made once. To me, I look at this and I don't see real food. I see chemistry, chemicals, science stuff. But homemade marshmallows, different story altogether. It tastes fresh, soft, lots of flavor to it. I've had it once before and it was just another level. Nothing like this. That's what we're making today. Over here, homemade marshmallows. Let's do it. So this one makes me a little bit nervous today. I've looked into how to make them and it seems like it is a little bit of work, a little bit of skill, and once you get going, there is no real slowing down. That all being said, let's go over the ingredients. 1 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, pinch of salt, 3 packs of gelatin powder, 2 cups of sugar, 1/2 cup of water, 1/3 cup of glucose syrup. You can use corn syrup if you got it. Cornstarch, icing sugar, but this comes later. We'll get to that. So what we're gonna do first is bloom our gelatin. I'm gonna add my water to a bowl, gelatin powder. Now we're gonna let this bloom in peace. We're gonna head over right over there. In a saucepan, we're gonna add our sugar, glucose syrup, and water. And I'm just gonna give this a little bit of a stir. So I picked up a digital thermometer, finally. Welcome to the 21st century, Jamie. The goal is to get this to a rolling boil around 240 degrees Fahrenheit. You gotta be ready to pounce. Once this hits 240, you gotta race back over here. 240. What I'm gonna do is mix up my gelatin first with my trusty hand mixer. Whatever. Mix in my sugary syrup that's super hot into the gelatin on high speed for like 10 minutes. However, time is not on your side, you gotta act fast. What we're looking for is a thick looking, kind of fluffy, almost like you're making a meringue, but not. It's like a marshmallowy, thick, I'll just show you. If you're like me and totally forgot to butter up a baking dish, 13 by 9, you wanna do that now. Simultaneously while you're doing this. Lots to do. Once I have it nicely almost whipped up, I'm gonna add my vanilla and continue mixing. Very thick. You can feel a lot of resistance in there when you're mixing it. But I can't talk. We gotta get this into our baking dish. This thing thickens up almost immediately. Once it thickens up, you can't move it. So you gotta get it into the pan as quick as possible. In a last minute decision, I decided to switch pans because I wanted my marshmallows to be a slightly bit higher. It was a very risky move, but I think I made the decision right in the nick of time. I'm gonna grease up some cling wrap and put this over top. I'm gonna push down so that it's flat. Now you need to let this rest as long as possible. Overnight if you can. Sticky. So I've prepped a bowl full of 1/2 cup of cornstarch with a cup of icing sugar. I'm gonna sieve a bunch of this onto a clean work surface and take the cling wrap off this. Take a knife and you're gonna kind of cut out the marshmallow from this baking dish, like so. Not even close. It won't disconnect itself from the baking dish, so if that happens, then you're gonna have to think fast. Oh, I think we're good. Take some of that icing sugar mixture and sieve it on top. Rub it in. Now with a knife, I'm gonna cut these into little squares. Now you can choose any size you want. It's up to you. Now I found that if I just dunk this knife in the cornstarch and sugar mixture, it will cut a lot easier through this. Now I went way overboard with the icing sugar and the cornstarch. If I only knew what I knew now. Clean up your mess. It's a big one. That's a marshmallow. So if you're someone like me who until recently just had his very first like homemade marshmallow, I've only had the prepackaged in the bag ones my entire life until recently. Well, this is something that you've never had before. It tastes like a fresh marshmallow. I didn't know that this really was a thing. It takes all those characteristics that are in those bagged marshmallows and it amplifies them. The flavor, the taste, the texture, everything about it is that much better. It's a delicious treat. I'm not gonna have any more because I had many. You know that feeling you have when you eat too many marshmallows at once and then you start feeling a bit fatigued and a bit funny? That's how I feel right now. Okay guys, that's all I got today. Thank you so much for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you're not already a subscriber and you like what you saw, make sure to subscribe. If you are already subscribed, sweet stuff. I love it. I have the link for my Patreon down below, and if you're interested in becoming a producer of the show, like these people on the screen right now, definitely sign up for that. And if you're not interested, totally cool too. You can still keep watching. See you soon.